Varsity Club, welcome back to another classic. Got a guy open his deep, it's over the Darrow Rd again. Got a man going deeper, throwing it up. Leave a like in the video and subscribe on that big red button below. Let's jump right back into it. Now, recently we got our first crew this season, finally, and we got two more here. First up, we have a tight end, Eric White, who's a 67 overall. Yes, he's a little bit lower than we thought, but still, overall, he's got really good ratings. The guy that I'm more excited about, though, is Cedric Riley, a 79 overall athlete who, as you can tell, as you look through his stuff, 88 speed, 84 acceleration, injuries pretty good. But he's 84 throw power and 80 accuracy. I don't know if he's going to play QB day one, because he could also play, it looks like, maybe some other positions that are more running the football or something of that nature, but I think this is a guy that we might redshirt year one, and then we kind of see what happens in the QB controversy after that. But ultimately, if you look at his ratings, tell me what you think he should ultimately be playing and if I should sit him year one or not. We've got time to figure that out, though. This week, though, we're checking in on the ratings. We are number 2 in the nation, still behind UNC, who's still an undefeated 9-0 as well. Now, I'm feeling really good about how we're playing, but we have a tough couple of games figuring out. Marshall has won 4 of their last 5. They're only 4-5 in the year, but they're playing pretty well. And even after that incredible week last week, there's still no love for Marvin Derwin, which, you know, it is what it is at this point. But I think after putting up 200 yards the way that he did on an undefeated season, we should just be giving this man some level of respect. The other big news we have is the number 2 defensive tackle, and the entire nation is visiting this week. We need 3 sacks in the D-line or 2 tackles for loss in the D-line to make this guy impress. He's a 5-star guy. We need him. Got a big game at home again against Marshall. They lost their first 4, but they've won 4 out of the last 5. They're a tough team regardless. They played us tough last year. McConnell picked up 5 in that read option. He's been so good so far this year. A couple of blunders here and there, but overall, I've been really happy with how he's played. Set play action. Sees his guy and unfortunately takes a sack. This is the big thing about Marshall, man. They play us tough. Anytime you're facing a divisional opponent that we had a close game with, you know they're going to be bringing all that heat. See what we can do here. McConnell goes down. Not off to a great start. Now, we accidentally ran a hurry up play, so we had to basically call a timeout, which is not good, but you know what? We don't really use a ton of timeouts there in the first half anyway, so we should be for the most part fine. And what is not fine is our tackling right now, is we just see this dude go all the way down for 27 yards. Trying our best not to absolutely give up a touchdown on the first drive. Marshall, though, feeling good. Wells has been really good for them at QB this season. Number 4 is going all over the place, and we finally get a tackle for a loss. The way a lot of our guys play, we're going to try to rely on man coverage as much as we can, but we'll see what zone ends up having in store for us. They go to the edge again. Wall's going to try to bring him down, and Philip Antonio ends up getting him after 6. Playing for the pass here, 3rd and 5. Holding them to a field goal will be a W here, considering how bad this drive started. The quarterback has all the time. He throws one, and that's a dot to Brock Thompson, who hauls it in, and Marshall's up early. There's some level of fault to be played in that first drive is the fact that we didn't give the ball to Derwin once, considering he had 200 yards last week. He didn't touch it. I think we've been mostly a pass happy team, but we have to remember that our identity really has been through running the football, whether it's through the read option or whatever it's been. That's how we've ultimately got our bread. And right now, these plays aren't working. 0 for 1 at 3rd down conversions. Marshall has absolutely come to play. We got to find something, some way. I feel like whatever we run, they're ready for it. We throw one, and that's unfortunately caught just by the wrong team. And he's still running. Uh-oh. Thomas Carroll actually went down with a hip bursitis. He's out for, it looks like, 2 quarters now, so we won't be seeing him to the second half at the earliest. Nice little dump off pass here. We end up forcing him out of bounds. They still pick up 3. Now, we are going to opt to keep Carroll in the game just because we need him right now. We have no defensive pressure on that quarterback, and we need some ASAP. Look at Eichenberg, though, make a tackle attempt, but it only stops him after 3. We're trying our best right now, but I don't know if it's good enough. QB's in the backfield all by his lonesome. They're going for a screen. We got guys there, and luckily it goes nowhere. Marshall already up 7-0. They're going to line up for a field goal here. Kind of deep from the right hash. Not exactly a gimme. Let's see how good their kicker is. Goes to kick this one. It's up. That one is booted. It's through the middle. Dude has an NFL leg. We're at home. We're the number 2 team in the nation. And run upset alert. Marshall actually has a top 20 turnover differential right now, and we're seeing it at play. They absolutely do not turn the ball over, and they make sure they get the ball back from the opposing team. So we're in a tough spot. Got a guy across the middle, which is Derwin, and he fumbles it. He talks about Derwin being a Heisman candidate, but you cannot cough it up like that. They have the ball again, pretty close to the 50. We tried running, we've tried passing, and none of it's really working. We desperately need something to happen on defense for our team to really come alive. Now look at Wells. Wells is out here running. We're trying to get to him. He stiff arms Eichenberg, and then Jordan Damon just bounces right off of him. Marshall's different this year. Under the center now. Marshall likely running here. They end up going with the pass. We get pressure on the QB. We end up getting the halfback down after 2. 2nd and 8. We're going with press coverage. Staying in man a little bit here. Watching the tight end in the backfield. He's going to move a little bit. We go to get something in the backfield. Look at Eichenberg. Surge through and get him. Trying to get our guys going here. Playing the pass the entire way. Got a guy deeper. We're watching. He's throwing one all the way under. Jordan Davis up, and Jordan Davis makes a play. We needed a play. We got one. He's wearing number 8 for a reason. Put some respect on that young man's name. Another big interception for the Cascade Valley legend, Jordan Damon. That is exactly the spark this team needed. Now, if only we can get something going offensively, because good Lord, it's looking bad. You might have to go with the read option, because the read option was the one thing that looked pretty good for our team. Everything else right now has looked a little sus. McConnell trying anything, but I mean, they're covering everybody pretty well. We are trying right now, but it's been less than ideal, I think, the entire. But look at Mike Oliver getting 13 yards, and we needed every single one of them. We do not want to give up on that running game, man. If we can get the running game going, things are way easier for Cascade Valley. Back at it again. Derwin struggling a little bit, but that's his biggest run of the game for 7. Into the first quarter, we didn't score at all. Going back to the run. Look at Derwin finding the gaps and fighting through for 6. If Marshall is going to give up the running game like this, we're going right back at it. Make them stop it. Until then, back out here. Look at Derwin getting stronger every carry he gets. Press coverage on Dawkins on the outside. I kind of like that. See what the safety does. Safety does creep back a little bit. Got our big fella out here. Rubley. I see you, big fella. Great throw by McConnell. Great grab there by Rubley. We've shaken some of the rust off. See if we can keep this drive going pretty well here. Derwin, though, can't really find a gap and loses 1. Derwin averaging almost 4 yards per carry. That's significantly better than the 2.5 he was averaging earlier. Oh, they hit him immediately. We tried to go across the middle, but it was way too late. I think with where we are, we get a couple of yards here, maybe 10 or so. We probably go for it on 4th down. I don't really want to settle for a field goal. I want our team to try to put some points on the board here in a meaningful way. We're throwing one deep. We got a guy, and it's nearly intercepted. Let's take the field goal if we can kick it. We checked with our kicker and said, can you kick this ball? He said no. So here we are, going for it again on 4th down. Gotta believe. He's got a guy open. It's deep. It's over the middle. It's Mike Oliver. Mike Oliver's in the end zone. We ran 4 verts, back-to-back plays, a different variation there. Marshall didn't expect it. McConnell absolutely got rocked on that play, but man, did he stand tall in that pocket and throw a strike. Now we've got the deficit cut down a little bit, and we'll see if we can stop them on this drive. 2nd and 8 now. Marshall again making an adjustment here at the line. McNeil watching. The running back goes nowhere on that one. Marshall had a really strong start, but as of right now, they're 1 for 3 in 3rd down conversions. Gotta love that. 3rd and 5. Drag route by the tight end. They go to him immediately. Eichenberg nearly has him, but he cannot get him in time. And they pick up the 1st. Keeping the pressure on the QB if we can. Not really doing too many things from a rushing standpoint, but we are trying to do. Oh, Lord. We're in a tackling clinic. We need all the help we can, please. Please. The lead cut like it is. We got a chance here, but a field goal is all we can really allow at the moment. They're going back to a left-hand side, strong side. Trying to get some pressure. Eichenberg and company are there. We get him. What a sack. Absolute great play there. We see Ray Walton come in. Makes a nice hit. Makes the quarterback pay. See if we can get a stop here. Go across the middle. Walters is right there to try to get a stop. He keeps moving, and we light him up. Last time Marshall had a 3rd down opportunity, they ended up getting it pretty easily. Let's see if we can stop him here. Notice the passing down. Thought it was a halfback screen. It wasn't. They go up. Antonio gets burned by Brock Thompson. The 2nd touchdown of the day for Brock Thompson. We got to find a way to shut him down. Down 10 now at home. 2.5 minutes left before we get into halftime. This is where we got to find some way somehow to put a really good drive together and get points on the board via a touchdown. The running game is starting to pick up a whole lot more. Love to see it right now. McConnell again. Going with the read option. He's going to keep moving. Gets hit hard. We got to slide with him. Feeling pretty good here with McConnell under center. Got his guy Romello Dawkins on an out route. Dawkins going to spin his way to a 1st down after 13. McConnell's inching closer to 100 yards in the day. Again, hasn't been the most productive day in the air for him, but you know what? We'll take it. And one here, and Miller Moody's going to get his 1st grab of the day for 15. Moody was absolutely blanket coverage on that one, but the dude found a way to end up catching that ball. Why? Because it was an absolutely great pass from John McConnell. Oh, McConnell. We got to get rid of that one quicker. We didn't see it quick enough, and they got the sack. Not only was it a sack, it was a sack for a loss of 11, so things are down tremendous at the moment. See the big fella, Rubley. Rubley's going to catch that one over his shoulders to make it 3rd and inches. 1 minute left, right where we want to be. Touchdown's what we're aiming for here. Getting it off to Derwin, who ends up getting hit at the line. You can't have that. Yes, we had the first down, but that should have been a touchdown or way more yards than that. Connell going back to the read. Goes underneath. Miller Moody's going to get what nearly is a first down. Keep it with the hurry-up offense right now. Trying to keep Marshall on the edge. Up off here to Derwin. Derwin's going to fight his way out of bounds for the first down. We'll take it. First and goal. From the 4-yard line, we still have 2 timeouts. We're in, honestly, I think, a really good spot. Halfback toss has been money for us in the goal line. We're going right back to it here. Derwin again, faster than what some guys might think he is. He gets the 4-yard touchdown run to make this game, after the extra point, assuming it goes in, a 3-point ball game. 9 seconds left here. 2nd and 1 for Marshall. We got to imagine a little, maybe throw it deep, chuck it up a little bit. We're going to drop our guys back a smidge just to see what we can do. They go for the underneath play, which is interesting, and they have 1 more timeout to burn. 4 seconds left. We got to imagine them throwing a Hail Mary here. Eichenberg trying to help get some pressure down there. A big sack here. Stroop off the edge. We're going to end the first half on a positive note. A touchdown. Pretty decent job on defense there. Marshall is going to a 3-point lead. We need a strong second half for sure. One thing I want to do this second half is come out a little bit more aggressive. So expect some blitzes. Trying to make their quarterback feel not as great. And can we tackle? Tackling has been absolutely abysmal the past couple of weeks. We've got to do better. If we can't learn to tackle, we're not going to be a number 2 team in the nation. Very low. And Eichenberg says, I don't need a tackle when I got hands like that. Put this young man on offense right now. Maybe a fullback. That's probably it. But put the young man on offense right now. We've officially forced 20 turnovers on the entire season. You absolutely have to love that. Eichenberg coming up with a big play to transfer from The Ohio State University. Making a play that puts us right back in this ball game. 2nd and 5 here. First chance of the ball the second half. Ooh. Got a man going deeper, throwing it up. And who do we got? Romello Dawkins. Put some respect on our entire offense's name. Great play by Eichenberg. Nice little play there on offense. Now we got a touchdown. More importantly, we got the lead. Now, normally we send the kickoffs, but just as you know, there was a fumble on the kickoff, and we have the ball back in scoring territory. Marshall better watch out. Marshall is now having the biggest case of lemon booty. They had the number 2 team in the nation down double digits, and now all of a sudden they're messing up. Derwin out here trying to escape through the middle. He gets hit hard, but he picks up 5. Touchdown here makes things really interesting all of a sudden. Does Marshall have enough offensive firepower to come back and fight? McConnell takes up the middle looking for some blocks. He has a couple, but they take him down after 11. Bringing a couple wide receivers out. Trips on the right, Solo on the left. Derwin in the backfield, going up the middle. It's an easy touchdown. We had him fooled. We got the touchdown. 2nd one of the day for Derwin. Our lead, looking kind of nice. Things are looking real bad right now if you're Marshall. This is a statement drive for them. They need to put something on the board. We thought it was going to be a QB keeper on that one. Instead, they pick up 4. Definitely planning a blitz a lot on this drive. We've got an opportunity now with a lead to try to make their quarterback feel a little uncomfortable, but they're sticking to the run game. Big 3rd down here in 1. Wells in the backfield with the running back. They go to handoff for the 3rd straight time, and I don't blame them. It's working. We blitzed on 3 straight plays and didn't really get a single tackle for a loss. So we're going to go back to 2-man coverage right here. Watching the halfback out of the backfield. They throw it over the top here to the wide receiver, and Gamage is going to hold that one in for 19. Marshall is answering back like we thought they would. They've been a really tough team so far today, and they are on it. Halfback screens coming here. Walters and company trying to get out. Caps can't really get to him. Kirk gets absolutely destroyed, but Walters does bring him down. Unfortunately for us, though, they got the first down already. So here they go. Almost in the red zone. Quarterback's going to try to take off. We were ready. We thought we were. We weren't. Conley's going to get that one taken over. And Damon finally brings him down inside the 10. I mean, we thought we were good. We absolutely thought we were good. We were incorrect. Going with the run game here. The running back's going to pick up. It looks to be 2. We're trying our best to keep this pressure on them. Back with the blitz again. Eichenberg going right through the middle. We had a couple guys there. Walden with a tackle for a loss. We are staying hot with the blitzes right now. These have been good for us. Giving up some yards for sure, but for the most part, these blitzes have been money. Walters trying to sneak in off the edge. Can't quite get it. Quarterback's panicking a little bit. He's got hot feet there. That one's going to be caught by Hagler, who's going to go down to the 1-yard line. He did not get in. What a crazy tackle. And Marshall is actually going to be a coward and not go for it. You were on inches away from being in the end zone, and you kick a field goal? That says a lot about your coach. The field goal obviously is safe. It does cut the lead to 8 points, so a touchdown and 2-point conversion. They've tied the game up, but I think if that's Coach Mervin McMurvin, we're going for the touchdown. 2nd and 12. He lost a couple there. McConnell again, trying to find his footing through the day. He's been pressured nonstop. I thought we had pass interference, but nothing is called there. 2 for 5 on third down conversions. I don't really love how we've played on third down. It is what it is. Clayton McFadden's in. The speedster, true freshman. Trying to extend the play. We got a guy deep. It's a little bit off balance. That was caught by Mike Oliver. The JUCO transfer is going to hold that one in, and we've got a new lease on life again. Everyone knows the jury's out on McConnell's arm strength. I think he's got a little bit more than they may think, but that one was definitely a lame duck. But Mike Oliver, the JUCO transfer, comes back, gets that one. All of a sudden, we're cooking again with the ball in scoring territory. 2nd and 3, third quarter's winding down. Derwin in motion. Little halfback toss out here to him. He cuts it back up. He's going to keep things moving, and that could have been a negative play, but it ended up turning into 10 big yards. That's a Heisman, in my opinion. Here we go again, under 30 seconds. Back to the read option. It's been really good today. McConnell's got all the room in the world. Going to go right up the middle. McConnell's going to carry them into the end zone for another big rushing touchdown. On the ground today, even though we started off slow, picked up steam, and we haven't looked back. Our team has had resilience, and we have kept our squad right where they need to be in the league. It's incredible to see what we've done today, and man, this defense is locking up. 2nd down and 10, fourth quarters here. Our opportunity to make a big play is right upon us. We're trying to get a sack, and we finally get one. Grant Wells is dancing around like crazy, but finally, Clay Stroop, 2nd big sack of the game. A major 3rd down. We can stop them here. They are absolutely in shambles. Walters brings the heat. They actually go for the halfback draw. I don't really agree with that call, but it's 4th and 10. They got a big decision. They're going to opt to punt, and this just feels like a really, really bad decision. You have an opportunity to go for a pass, make it a little bit easier, a halfback draw that deep in your own territory. I don't think I necessarily love that one, but now we got the ball at the 40 and we're cooking. We were really, really terrible to get the running game going, but it has been so good since we picked it up and dedicated more to it. Moody's in motion here. Derwin's gonna take the handoff. Derwin's got room for days. Derwin's gonna pick up another big 10+ yard rush on that carry. Derwin's resiliency is just, it's second to none. You gotta love how this man has been a team player every step of the way this season. He's trying to get out here to the edge, and if he was a little bit faster, that might be pay dirt. 2nd and 5, we're going right back to Derwin. Look, if they can't stop this man, we're gonna keep feeding him. Looking to find his gap. Man might have a concussion. Let's chill for a couple of plays. First down here in the red zone again. Derwin's still in the game. I like the quick dump off to him, looking for the block. Didn't quite get it, and he almost still snuck it in the end zone. I know we said we would go away from him, but I mean, the man's just too dynamic. McConnell, after that terrible interception, has played so much better today. Under center here, we got a guy in motion. JoJo Johnson's in the game. Derwin obviously gassed beyond belief. Johnson goes up the middle, but gets nothing. Derwin back in, took one breath of oxygen and said, all right, I'm good, coach. And look at that. Derwin runs them over. Runs them over. School record for most rushing yards in a season belongs to that man right there, Marvin Derwin. It is wild to think that we were down at one point, struggling to do anything, but man, our offense found a way. They haven't looked back. Marshall, though, is sticking to the run game, which feels not exactly smart here. I mean, you have an opportunity to have the #2 team in the nation on the ropes. You could stay with the passing game a little bit, make some plays happen, but they went away from it. And look at that, wide open pass. They could have been doing that the whole game. Because, I mean, to be honest, they were cooking us. They had our number. They were passing all over us. They had a really good mix of the run game and the pass game. Even the QB was running around a little bit, and we had nothing. I mean, nothing we could do to stop them. And even, look at this. We had a guy dead to rights, and they still find a way. With the amount of time left in this game, it just feels like too little, too late. Yeah, they're getting some yards. Yes, they're taking time off the clock, but they're down double digits. It's not looking great for them. And McNeil has it go off his head. Coming here with the blitz. Haven't done one in a couple of plays. Eichenberg nearly through. Conley's going to have the chance to go up, and Conley is going to get a Willie Mays style catch on now when picks it up, and we got another turnover. Coming in the game, Marshall again was a top 20 team in the nation for turnover differential. After this game, they're out of that. Derwin's had a great game, not a ton of yards, but he's going to be having right around 100 when it's all said and done. Over 3 touchdowns. You gotta love how he's just stayed up and played hard today. He's officially crossed over 1,000 yards this season again, holding the school single season rushing record with now 1,014 and some change. He's trying to add more to that. Derwin's going to turn up. He's got a guy in front of him. He's trying to bait him a little bit. He goes past the 50 and gets even more, the 29-yard rush. Say what you will, man, but this dude has just done it all for us this season. He has been the consistent threat we've had. Yes, the fumble earlier today sucked, but everybody has their mistakes. We're going to bait him here a little bit of the play action. Connell's got a guy. I mean, Dallas was absolutely wide open, but we just didn't have the arm to get it over top. And yeah, if we had seen that earlier, easy touchdown, but we didn't, and here we are. Moody right across the middle. Do we find? A lot of pressure there. Miller Moody stretches and he gets the first down to keep this drive moving. The chance for a 50 burger, we're gonna obviously go for it here. 2 minutes left in the game. And with the heavy play action. Connell's out here moving, picks up the first down and almost lost his head. We're gonna keep trying here. 1st and 10 under center. We gotta stop. After seeing how hard McConnell got hurt and seeing that we're up 22 points, there's literally no reason to keep those guys in. So we're putting in Rocco Green and company. 2nd string offense, 2nd string defense. We're gonna play it by ear. Rocco sees a guy. He's gonna hit Swain. That dude's gonna be a major player for us next season. I mean, yes, he's a red shirt. He's coming in, but the dude plays like Calvin Johnson. I kind of love these opportunities too, because we let some of our older players or our guys that would never really see time of day on the field get an opportunity to shine. McFadden's one of those guys who's an absolute weapon, but we don't really get an opportunity to let him play. Rocco just tried to throw a 1-360-80 pass. What just happened? Also, I fully realized I just said 1-360-80. That's not really a number. Technically, it is a number, but it's just not the number I was trying to go for there. So back at it again. Rocco under center. Sees this guy this time. McFadden gets it. We're in the end zone. A 3-yard touchdown for the true freshman. Rocco gets himself a touchdown as well. You gotta love it. And with that, Cascade Valley had a nail biter that turned into an absolute blowout. How do we do it? Perseverance. They're running with Marvin Derwin. 126 on the ground, 34 through the air, 3 total touchdowns. I'm here for the effort we put offensively and defensively. Ugly in the first quarter. After that, you got him. Recapping the highlights today, Rocco Green came in 2 for 3, 1 touchdown. Gotta love how he did. John McConnell had a rough day in some areas. 13 for 19, 254 through the air, 2 touchdowns, 1 pick. Getting sacked 5 times is not ideal. On the ground again, we saw Derwin, 126 there, 3 total touchdowns. Did fumble once, which is inexcusable, but still he battled back. In the air, Oliver 3 for 79 with 1 touchdown. Derwin got involved as Moody and Dawkins. Dawkins ends up having 1 touchdown, as well as Clayton McFadden gets 1 in garbage time too. Defensively, there wasn't a ton to be super happy about from a tackle perspective. Jacoby Walters had 5. Ray Walden also had 5. He actually had a really good game with 2 tackles for a loss. From a sack perspective, we had 2 from Caleb Stroop. We also had 1 from Ray Walden. So the defensive lineman getting 3 we didn't ultimately get. And then a tackle for loss perspective, we had Stroop with 2. We also see, did we get anybody on the defensive line? No. So we actually didn't get the challenge for our defensive lineman, which is terrible, but we'll find a way. Conley had a pick, Eichenberg had a pick, and Damon all had a pick. The defense, they were strong today, and you gotta love it. Again, a very scary game, but one that worked out in our favor. If we can keep playing like we did in the 2nd through 4th quarters, I'll be really happy. If we play like the 1st quarter, the remainder of the season, our chances in the college football playoff are not even looking great. But at the end of the day, we got the W. We keep moving. We'll see what UNC did in their game. Be safe, be smart, tell somebody you love them. Catch you on the next one.